New season of Deep Rock is here, and I'm hyped. Well. Another day, another Deep Rock season. But first, let's get into some Rogue Core. Rogue Core, the playtest, not even the fucking release. So, the release of it got delayed for sure, but the playtest even got delayed. The open playtest to 2026 Q2. I'm glad Ghost Ship is taking their time, and just making the shit good. We got some details from their dev stream, and I just kind of wanted to go over everything, kind of give my opinion, and just, talk some Deep Rock with the boys. Ghost Ship actually kind of partnered with a whole nother dev studio called Invisible Walls. Until Rogue Core is released, they will be working on Deep Rock content for the future, and that's a little, I'm not gonna lie, questionable. I don't know how I feel about that, because Ghost Ship, they're the fucking the dudes who made this fucking masterpiece of a game, and I want them to keep making the shit for the game, but they are doing it the right way with this kind of collab with another studio. It seems like they're working super closely together. Basically, Invisible Walls will make some new shit and show it to Ghost Ship, and Ghost Ship will be like, oh, no, gotta do this and this and this, right? Invisible Walls are probably like, alright, I'll just go fuck myself then. No, it's, they probably respect, them doing that. I bet they really appreciate, them not just hiring them and saying, do our work for us and make money, like fucking like Activision or some shit. New season name and theme: Relics of Hoxus. New relics have surfaced through a shift on Hoxus, and management wants you to dig and find the rare minerals. New biome, Ossuary Depths. I think that's how you say Ossuary. But it's a cave covered in bones everywhere. Kinda has like an Indiana Jones abandoned aesthetic. The devs did note that they were genuinely surprised at how well it played with gameplay, and just the look of the minerals kind of scattered around the caves, like how they would pop out at them, because the cave itself is pretty damn dull. Just the aesthetic of a barren cave littered in bones is a pretty cool ass idea. It's a lot more simple compared to like older biomes, they have said, like Azure Wield, like it's nothing even like that, like not complicated, and it's not dark as fuck, I'm assuming. And it's like, it's a cool theme, honestly. I really dig it. And, you get it? Just kidding. Okay. I'm very curious if the terrain is like 3 hits or 2 hits to break. How dark is it gonna be, Like, I'm really curious with all that stuff. We got 2 new enemies with the new biome. And of course they fit the theme of the biome. The first one is called an Ossuran Scarab. Or Scrab. Yeah, Scrab. I thought it looks like it would be called a Scarab, but Scrab. I hope the voice lines for these enemies are good. Like, I hope one is just one of the dwarfs screaming, Scrab! Or something, I don't know, so I can spam it and annoy everyone. Anyways, it looks like a beetle, one of those fucking beetles that fly around and shit, and people have them as pets, which is I don't know why people have those as pets, but yeah, they're pretty cool. Pretty cool looking fuckers, I'd say. Beetles with fucking pinchers, and basically they fly at you while they try to pinch your fucking face off. Seems like more of an advanced swarmer type from the way they were talking about it, and you know, it's like a swarmer with pinchers and fucking wings. So we'll see how they play. Probably a bit annoying, and they probably are just extremely deadly in big packs. This new enemy, though, I am pretty hyped for. It's another variant of the cave leech type enemy, and it's called Ossaran Pitjaw. And this big old bastard's gonna catch you by surprise, for sure. At least for the few times until you start noticing its fucking little hands sticking out of the ground. It hides underground and waits for its meal to walk over it, and then bang, you're dead. Gives me the same vibe as like an antlion or something, you know. I think that's right. Antlions kill their meals like that. They hide under the dirt, and then boom, they just come up and eat them. And it's probably the inspiration they got it from, to be honest. I don't know how many other bugs do that shit. The way to notice it is the pinchers sticking out of the ground. But they do look similar to like bones or rocks, kind of. And so I could definitely see how it like just blends in to the environment, especially the new biome. So that's gonna be cool. It's gonna be very fucking funny to see your friends just, you know, walking in front of you, and then 1 second later they're just fucking getting eaten alive, and you're just sitting there watching. Once it grabs you and kills you, it has to kill you. It will slip away and hide in a new place. Like, it'll reset. So you have to be on your A game and kill this thing fast. So, yeah, it will relocate if you're fucking too slow. So, you know, different and scary. I love it. I'm gonna ping where I see it, and I'm gonna be like, look, go sit right there, and then he's gonna walk over, and then I'm gonna be like, ha ha. New mission. Heavy extraction. Actually, it's apparently an 8-year-old mission type that's been in the files since the start of Deep Rock, actually. And that it just never made its way to the game. And I guess finally it will make its way to Deep Rock, which is pretty cool. But of course, has its own unique cave gen, apparently. So it's not going to just be like tunnels and then boom, big room, more kite, and then more tunnels. It's probably going to be more open, if I had to assume. Less cavey, you know, tunnels. So instead of more kite, though, it's a big ass block of amber. They said usually 2 to 4 blocks of amber. So basically you'll walk into a cave and you'll see just like a little piece of it poking out. It's gonna be like a big old gold chunk, it almost looks like. And you basically just gotta dig the fucking thing out, it seems like. So you bring 4 drillers and make it just easy peasy lemon squeezy mission. Once you get it cleared enough without rock all around it, I guess you'll be able to call down these rockets to attach to the sides of it, and eventually you'll send that bitch up out of the fucking cave. And that is the most dwarf shit I've ever fucking heard of. And that's the mission. Yeah. Super simple, but effective. For the corporation of the dwarf sphincter. Just some classic dwarf shit, honestly. Collecting a big ass chunk of mineral and attaching rockets to it and sending it back to their spaceship. it's exactly why I fucking love Deep Rock. Honestly, the dwarves, the most dwarf shit you can think of. Um, I think this mission really fits Deep Rock, and no shit, it was made when the game first was even like a thing, you know? Like honestly, I don't even play Deep Rock for the crazy mission types anymore. Like whenever there's a, you know, a more complicated mission or you know, just like the newer missions, you know, with the robots and stuff like industrial sabotage, like I don't even want to play that fucking mission anymore. Like I like the boss fight, but just all of the shit, it's just such a long mission that's just not fun to keep playing over and over and over and over. And so like more simple missions like this, I think fit the game way better, and just the gameplay loop, you know? Kind of blanking out, killing bugs, chilling with your buddies, you know, just having a good time, you know, not having a lot of thoughts in your head, you know, like not thinking too much, like what build should I bring, or what do we have this drink so that we fucking have extra health, like, or we don't take fall damage, or should we all bring fire or ice, you know, like you don't have to do that. You know, you don't have to do that. You just, okay, let's go, team. We'll get this big chunk of mineral and fucking fly it out of the cave. Yeah, we're rich. This mission looks simple yet fun, so can't wait to try it out and see how playable it is, replayable, because I think that's really, really important for like a players who been playing for a long time. We're looking for replayability, so I'm really curious on how many times I can play it before it gets bored. Next, we have the season event, and the season event is pretty unique this time around. It's not like a little event where you start it up and a bunch of enemies come flying everywhere trying to kill you, and then you gotta defend something or kill something. This time, it's a bug that you'll spot in the cave. It's called a Ossaran Bone Collector. You'll basically shoot it and start chasing it, and it'll leave like trail markings on the ground that allow you to like chase it if you lose it or whatever, just to find where it's going. And once the trail ends, that means you found its home. Apparently, once you start digging into where it kind of like hid in the wall or whatever, you dig through it and it spawns like an entire another cave system on the other side of that wall where you see it, you know, hide. You'll dig through it, kind of like a drill dozer mission, you know, the different caves. You'll drill through to another cave. There will be a bunch of bugs in there you gotta kill, and once you kill them, there will be these like shards or whatever, and that'll be like the season reward token things where you can get extra script. Doesn't seem as repetitive as previous events too, you know. Actually have some replayability with the different caves, and sure, you're still killing bugs in those new caves and chasing this one thing because you know, of course that's gonna get a little repetitive, but I think, you know, this has a lot more replayability than previous season events, and I'm down to chase this bone fucker and collect my goddamn reward. And those are my thoughts on this new season coming out for Deep Rock Galactic. Yeah, it was nice coming back to Deep Rock and making another video for it, you know. It's been a while. I took a pretty big break, really lost interest in making content in general for the game, even though I still love it to death and play it, you know, maybe once or twice a month. And you know, I'm just really glad they're still updating this game, even with Rogue Core on the way. It's a damn shame it's delayed for who knows how long. Like, we might need another update for Deep Rock again and maybe we get close to it releasing, but hopefully I'm wrong with that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Kind of a pointless video in a lot of ways, but I thought, you know, start the new year with a deep rock video and just give my thoughts. So yeah, if you like the video, like it, subscribe. More deep rock content is on the way, that's for sure. Oh, look at that. You can have a pet scrab. Very sick. Very cool. Goodbye.